Alright, I think we're back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Gingerhouse. I think we're live. I think we are live. We made it. Welcome back. You're one decision away from changing your life. Quote of the day. Just one decision. You'd be surprised how every decision adds up. I know I'm surprised every time I actually think about it. I saw that quote on a YouTube short. Riveting, I know. As I was killing time watching YouTube shorts. But it's true. It resonated, you know. Just one decision. I was, I'm 25 now. I'm slightly seasoned. 25. I'm getting a little old. But I mean, it definitely early 20s. No, before that. I mean, it definitely became apparent to me that like even what seems like a small decision adds up. And not only that, but you don't got to be old at all to make decisions that affect your life significantly, like very significantly. So never forget you're in the driver's seat for your life here. So be very direct with what you want out of it. Yeah. All right. Quote of the day. There it is. I feel like doo-doo today. I don't feel good at all. My stomach's been bothering me all day. And I feel like laying down and doing nothing. Can't do that. I mean, I could, but that would do nothing for us in the long run. Yes, I don't feel good, but doing nothing does not make me feel better. So, we're here. Cheers to us. We made it. Let's get some shit done. Let's play music. That's what I want to start with. It is the 4th of December. What I really would appreciate getting done is a video promoting the ornaments. I'm going to look at our ornament sale to see if I have missed any sales. Let me make sure I have not missed any sales. Bunch of people viewing the product. Nobody's buying it. So, we need to work on that. How can we get people buying our stuff? We make a video to promote it. Alright, so if we were to start the video, let's just do a nice video intro, shall we? Shall we? Here, we'll take the jacket off. Get ready, guys. This is it, right here. I don't want to see this in the background either. All right. Got to make sure we're looking spiffy. All right. Okay, so 1 year of 3D printing Christmas ornaments. This time last year, we were designing Christmas ornaments. We polished the design off early last year. Been working this whole year on the 3D printing process, perfecting it to a way that is very low maintenance on my end and consistent with the output. So after a full year of 3D printing, many breaks, many stringing catastrophes, we have an inventory of ornaments to sell. So, I produced this design to draw attention to the capabilities of 3D printing. It's a product that would not be manufactured without the use of 3D printing. Sure, there's ways to get around it, but the design definitely takes advantage of the 3D printing process to create a geometry, to produce a geometry that is unique, and you won't see on many other trees. So, head on over to the shop, pick you up a set of Christmas ornaments by the Gingerhouse. Cheers. Alright, so if that dialogue makes it to a YouTube video, I'd be impressed. In the back of my mind, I was like, oh, we're gonna make a great grand scheme. A crazy video of our process throughout the year. What you could do. I said I don't want to see it in the background. It's right there. It's right there in the background. Okay, so hypothetically we have a dialogue for that video if we download this clip. Should I do it again? Take two. Take two. Christmas ornaments. Christmas bulbs. Alright, we're not starting like that. Christmas ornaments. We have been 3D printing Christmas ornaments all year. And it's time. It's Christmas time. Christmas season's here. If your tree's not up, it's about to be. And what does your tree need? Some beautiful 3D printed Christmas ornaments. That's what I'm talking about. Last year, during the holiday season, we worked to produce this geometry. And throughout this past year, we have been 3D printing them almost daily. So, do me a favor, head over to the shop, share it, add a set of ornaments to your cart, and go ahead and purchase those. This is terrible. This is terrible. Why am I doing this live? I do really like the design we came up with. Do I have Premiere on this computer? We do. So I either need to focus on doing this video or working on the second module. Hypothetically, we could wait till... if we wait till Wednesday to make the video, that is the 6th. Okay, there's one other thing we need to do for this video, and that is ripping off the rafts, but hypothetically I should look better, so maybe I shave tomorrow and we'll record it tomorrow. Probably a better idea. Alright. We could review Christmas beer too. I feel like doing that. I feel like that would be fun. So, we're going to do that. Our follower count's going down. Great. Great stuff. You guys check this out. I'll be right back. it's called. Alright. Way too cold. That's nothing. Alright. So, what am I showing you guys? The awesome Christmas present my mom gave me. Guys, am I getting a stomach virus? What's happening? My stomach hurts so bad. So we're gonna have a beer. Alright. Shebang. Did it not tilt down? Okay. The most wonderful time of the year. We have 25 beers here that my mom so generously gave me. How's that? Alright, get to it, Evan. There we go. 25 beers here. One for each day leading up to Christmas. It's a wonderful time for a beer. So, we have drank the third one. That one's empty. Oh no, did I leave I left the first can at my brother's. Oh, and I think I threw it away. Oh no, I'm not supposed to throw these away. Well. Alright, we threw the first one away without thinking about it. Let's pop open the fourth one. We're heading to Christmas. Don't open 23. No. Okay. Boom. What do we got today? A chocolate stout. Oh my god, this is not what my stomach needed. Okay. The chocolate stout. Oh, this is going to be thick. It's 6%. I mean, it doesn't sound good. Or it doesn't sound bad. But I was just complaining about my stomach hurting. Oh boy. Look how thick that looks. Alright. These are cold because it's been in my car. Alrighty. We're going to give it a crack. Alright, should I timestamp this? I should probably timestamp this. This is way too high. That looks pretty good though. The color on this camera is a lot better. Time for beer. That's what I'm putting in the description. Okay. So, day 4. First one on stream. First one we're doing on stream, which is fun. 'Tis the season. Day 4. It's a chocolate stout. 6% alcohol. These are all brewed by State of Brewing in Wisconsin. Let's give her a shot. Give her a try. Alright, not bad. Should I get a glass? It smells good. Maybe I should get a glass. Seems more fitting. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright, the Beer King. Self-proclaimed. Just kidding. It's not self-proclaimed. I am the Beer King. That's what my mom told me. She gave me this glass to prove it. That's so dumb. Okay, let's get some Christmas music going. Discover. Christmas. Ooh. Holiday season. Lo-fi Christmas beats. Yo, who remembers this playlist? I do. Oh. It's been too long. It's been too long since we've heard this one. Alright. So, the chocolate stout. Believe it or not, but so throughout college, I think my junior year, a couple of my buddies, a couple of my really good friends took a course on hops and brewing. And so every week we'd try like 5 different new beers. It was amazing. But one of the things I learned was everybody teaches you how to pour without making any sort of head. That's what you call all the foam at the top, right? Is the head of the beer. So typically, people will tell you to pour with the glass at a side at an angle. That way you don't produce a large head. But through the class, we discovered the head actually is responsible for a lot of the flavor. So, next time you see somebody pour a Bud Light and half of it's foam, maybe they're just trying to get the flavor. That's actually very nice. That's pretty light. It's very light. Wow. I mean, for sure one of the better stouts I've had. And it's not overbearingly chocolatey. That's delicious. Like, so light. It's not thick at all. I mean, typically when I see stout, it's barely clear too. Typically when I see stout, I'm assuming it's going to be some pretty thick, rich drink. Like dragon's milk. If you've ever had dragon's milk, I consider that pretty thick. That's not bad at all. It doesn't taste dark. I mean, there's a little, like, hints of, like, some kind of nutty chocolatey-ness. That's real light. Alright, well, that's delicious. I'm happy we did the review. What does the box say? Most wonderful time for a beer. Okay, back to it. Where we started yesterday was putting this pamphlet onto or in Photoshop. So we barely started that, to be honest. Yeah, lock it. What are we doing? So, basically, we need all of this text, all of, like, this style, this pamphlet was Tech Demo. We're not on Tech Demo anymore. Tech Demo was archived. So what was this? Now we have an entire new pamphlet. So Chaturanga is the name of it. And we don't have to say introduction, but we need this information. And alright, text to speech. Let's do this again because it'd be so cool if we can get this right. No, I really don't want to do this. For free, please. That way we can hear the story as we're working on it. Nice.
Introduction. His Majesty, the Red King, has ruled over these lands for centuries, but his reign faltered at the desecration of his oath to his people, and greed for power grew beyond his capability. He was a gambler, a bargainer over games, and his game was chess. Death, the best at the game, was challenged by the Red King for immortal power and infinite wisdom to parade over his subjects. Death beat the king. As Death came for payment, the Red King proposed a wagger, his wife's life, the queen, in a game of chess for double or nothing.
A wagger.
Death accepted, won again, and left with the queen's life. As she started to wither, the king forced a wizard to perform negromancy to sustain the queen's life in
Necromancy.
Innocent townspeople.
Wait.
Narrative sequence.
Wait a minute.
In the heart of Chatterung,
Necromancy,
during the
not
moon ceremony,
necromancy.
Oh my took the town's healer and fled to the north. If anyone
Is that
could get
necromancy?
the healer back, it would be you and your friends. Do you choose to instantly chase the drake to keep
necromancy.
up with it, recall past
Necromancy?
wisdom
Are you
about
kidding
the
me?
drake,
I didn't
or
write that.
gather information from the townsfolk of Chatterunga? Quote, present the players with a one-group SK in. Check to locate the keep. S. Tamina. Check 15 to chase the drake back to his keep.
Is that really
K.
how it was written?
Knowledge.
Oh
Check
God.
15 to recall the K knowledge of the drake's keep location. Influence. Check 15 to gain local information on the location of the keep. Pass. You find the location of the keep. Quote.
Oh, I think
Fail.
I'm the one to
You
blame
become
here.
lost in the jagged hills, taking 1 damage, but eventually find the keep.
Shit.
As
Yeah,
you walk up towards
damn.
the keep, you see a pair of tall peaked
Time to
spires
get better at
striking a
English.
field of
God
columns
damn.
the drake flies into. You can hear the cries of the healer coming from a spiral staircase in the center of the cluster of columns. Present each player with a solo SK in. Check to breach the barrack. S. Tamina. Down the stairs leads you to a portcullis.
I think we have to go like 8.
Check 15 to lift the gate. Pass. You smoothly open the door. You can start combat up to the 3rd rank. Quote. Fail. You drop the portcullis on your leg as you proceed to the next room. Subtract 2 squares from your speed for the first round of combat. K. Knowledge. Check 15 to recall past battles, thinking of how the Red King won. Pass. You locate a secret passageway into the room where the drake fled. Gain 1 action phase on the first turn of combat. Quote. Fail. You think he fled underground, but you lose the trail he made. Lose your first turn of combat. Quote. Influence. Noticing some goblins, check 15 to intimidate them into lead you forward. Pass. They run away through the barracks. You scare 1 goblin away from battle in the barracks. Quote. Fail. They aren't afraid of you. The goblins are inspired against you and recruit 2 additional pawns to join combat against you. Quote. Once every player has completed a check.
I just want to be in the center.
Combat sequence. The barracks. 2 elves stand behind a group of goblins welcoming you angrily. This room has a tall stone wall, high vaulted ceilings, and vines growing in from the cracks. Suddenly, the goblins advance, one moving quickly after the last. Begin combat. Combat conclusion. Defeating the battalion, you gather a blue synthesis potion from each of the elves. Then on the right you notice a large archway leading inward. P3. Narrative sequence. Getting into the vault. The archway on the far side of this room enters into a wide hallway. As you advance, you see a large vault door dominates the north wall as you denote an eye carved into the center of the door. From the right, the sound of crackling fire garners your attention to the next room over. The door before you is locked. Preface SK in. Checks. The leading member of the party makes her SK in. Check. Solo SK in. Check options. S. Tamina. Check 20 to dodge the arrows from the pressure plate you walk across. K. Knowledge. Check 20 to notice the pressure plate at the room's entryway. Pass. You hop and skip around the room without triggering the pressure plate.
And skip was my
you notice cages lining the room there. Housing creatures.
You hop
skip
and
to
skip.
Combat conclusion. Fail. You feel
Holy
your foot drop
shit.
as the pressure plate unleashes 4 cages lining the walls.
Oh god, we have too much.
Go to combat sequence. Combat sequence. The vault. Upon entering the room, a cage with the number 1 scribed above it begins to open directly to your left. Slowly a goblin emerges, and once the cage is fully open, the pawn advances and another cage begins to open. This cage houses a knight with the number 3 above it, while the following cage has an elf with the cage numbered 3. A dwarf emerges from the final cage labeled 5. A cage will open each round for 4 rounds from left to right. Combat conclusion. An altar stretches the far side of the room with a large object in the center. Approaching reveals the object to be an old dusty coffin. Investigating the coffin, you notice a series of 4 spaces with sand swirling. The coffin is sealed with magic and requires a 4 number written in the sand to unlock. The coffin combination is 1, 3, 3, 5. The coffin opens abruptly, releasing a stone orb that flies into the air. After a minute, the mysterious object settles, creating a menacing presence. In the orb is an eye that is looking back at you with the sincerity of any living creature. This small eye is different, more alive in color and activity. The flying eye is the key to the king's chambers. Narrative sequence. As the vault slowly creaks open, a rancid odor permeates outward. Goblins, dwarfs, drakes, and elves stand at the attention of a one-eyed empress. These creatures are the royal's guard. Between it all, King Blue tethers magic between the healer and the empress, sustaining his wife's life while draining the life of your town's only healer. Combat sequence. The king's chamber. From the left and right cages, a goblin emerges at the beginning of each round. When destroyed, the dwarfs drop a tower shield. The dwarfs move to back up any elf or drake in danger. The Empress is agile. Moving to attack at range and then retreating, she blasts an electric beam from her head, momentarily blinding the target in the line of sight.
Do we still have that
King
in there?
Blue Brain emits a necromantic wave that burns nearby enemies. His ever-flowing magic caused him to be slowed, and all monsters die when King Blue is destroyed. Combat conclusion. As King Blue begins to breathe his last breath, the Grim Reaper stands over his slowly decaying wife. Death and the king lock eyes, causing him to pass into the next realm with his wife. A sinister laugh comes from the skeleton in dark robes as it bows to you. Congratulations. Looting the enemies, you find their basic equipment as well as 100 gold. Not much is left as you make your way from the dungeon back to Chaturanga. Returning back triumphantly from your mission, the town appears to be in shambles. Trees and vines grow rapidly whilst citizens flee out of terror. One king has fallen. Nature has taken over. To be continued. Items. Flying eye. On the back of this stone eye is a button with an engraving, sacrifice an eye to gain perspective. Pressing it triggers the stone to fly into the player's face, ripping out their eye and dropping the original, which is needed for the king's chambers. The player is given a third-person perspective and controls the magical eye on their turn. Tower Shield. This magical shield is long and rectangular. When placed down, it wraps the wielder covering 3 sides, giving them +5 to AC. Synthesis Potion. Cyan Blue. This glowing potion pulses with slight energy as the player holds it in their hand. When they drink it, the electric current will flow through their body, erratically healing them for 1d20.
Wow, that's the first module. Crazy. I really hate this part. Yeah, the whole conclusion's not really doing it for me, if I'm being honest. I would like a whole new conclusion because this conclusion seems soft. I like the first sentence. Oh. Alright, let's just write a whole new combat conclusion. It's like a metaphor. It's like concluding a whole metaphor. I don't know. This is not easy. As the Red King takes what he knows is his last blow. What he knows as his last blow? No, this is stupid. It's so weird because, like, the whole idea of nature being the second module was a result of the first module being technology based. And now we've done away with that for the first module, which is fine, but gives, like, I have no way of justifying now how the trees and vines are growing. Like, there was, like, a large strategy. Now I don't know the strategy. So that's annoying. Okay, let's go with... let's do best collabs. This is going to be interesting. Whoa. That's a really cool image. What the hell? Edit? Oh, web file. Man, I hate that I can't. Oh, no, and the quality's just there. Okay. This one looks less so like chess, but it's still pretty sweet. Okay, let's try this. The whole story? Yes. What are we talking here? We want medieval. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. Medieval Eben. And then Evol. Alright, this is a huge prompt, so this might take a second. Generating a new story. I don't need a new story. I want you to use my story. Alright, I'm going to go put all these beers in the fridge. Okay, I had to take out a shelf in my refrigerator. Yo, it just did the same once. That's cool. Well, that's wild. Not bad. I mean, this one's really dope. What else we got? Huh. If you guys don't know about Hugging Face, it's awesome. Huh. That's cool. Huh. That's a very long queue time. I'm not waiting on that. Alright, what are we combining today? We're going to make an internet king. I don't know, seems fun. Nah, that seems stupid. Let's do Willy Wonka. What can we make him do? I don't know if I necessarily want to do this prompt, but it's pretty creepy. What do I want to do? I'm struggling. I literally saw somebody be shot in the head on Twitter, and it was very concerning. I mean, he definitely died. It was crazy. Couldn't believe it was on Twitter, just like that. It's kind of fun. Let's go with Willy Wonka being Santa Claus. And then I'm probably going to end stream after this. Still not feeling hot. Shouldn't expect to be fair. Whoa. Total creepy. That one's not bad. That at least looks like him. Alright. We need our top 4. That was pretty good. First tweet in a while. Feels good. Alrighty. It's been sent. I think that's going to do it for us today. I'm going to go get some rest. Hopefully I feel a little bit more alive tomorrow. I think I just need to drink more water, to be honest. That would be a good start. Alright. I'll go do that. Until tomorrow. You all take care out there. I'll do the same. Peace out from the Ginger House.